Bernard, long time no see. How have you been? Oh, yes, I was there too. Up in the Lily Marsh stand. I was there when that gentleman caught one off Chris Gale, who got the one off the back of Brett Lee. Oh, yes. Wasn't that one of the Perth Glory boys when they came out at half-time and got booed off? Oh, you must have been right next to that guy who threw that wooden spoon that hit Robbie Fowler in the head. Oh, that was you. Oh, what a glorious shot.
Well, sounds like you had a good weekend. How's Mrs. Spalding? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, I find a night out at the casino cheers me up to no end. Oh, the gambling was the reason your wife left you. Well, you know, how about a bit of blokey time? You know, down the pub with your mates? Why not have a beer with Duncan? Your wife took off with Duncan. Oh. Well, I don't know. Let's, oh, my goodness me. Your teeth were looking good there, but just found there's a little small cavity, just a small bit. But if we get to it now, there'll be no problems later on. Oh, I know you don't want me to fix it now, but... Oh, I know it's a little sensitive and sore, right? But the problem is, if we don't fix it now, the nerve's going to continue to get poisoned and it's going to die. Doug, the fact remains, right? Get a little sensitive, a little sore, okay? But the problem is, it's going to start throbbing from there now and then, you know, and then you won't be able to eat on that side. Then it'll throb to the point where it'll keep you awake at nights. And, you know, it's just going to cause you no end of problems. You know, you're just not going to be able to function. It's going to wreck your mind, your money, your marriage. Oh, sorry, I realise that your marriage is a sore point, but the fact remains. If we don't deal with it now, it's all downhill from here.
It's alright, Mr. Spalding. The dentist is just being a little overdramatic and insensitive.
The truth is, nurse, decay starts out small but has all the ingredients to destroy.
That is true, Mr. Spalding. You don't want that to happen, do you?
Good. Nurse, instruments, needle.
Needle.
Oh. Okay. So, you go to that church on the weekend again?
Yeah, I did. Just like every other Sunday. It is the Lord's Day.
I mean, you know, haven't you got anything else better to do with your time?
Better things to do with my time than hearing from God about His plan for my life and being encouraged. Well, I suppose I could go to the casino and lose all my money. I could even go to the pub, get drunk, make a fool of myself, wake up the next morning next to some guy I don't even know. Nah, I'll take church with Jesus any day.
Drill, please.
Drill?
Thank you. Thank you. Yep, suction.
Suction.
So, what did the old Bible bash have to talk about anyway?
He spoke about sin and how it starts small, but before we know it, it destroys us.
Wow, that looked a lot deeper than it did on the surface. It's a good job that we got to it now. Suction. Okay. know, nurse, used to be such a lovely lady to have coming out with us, you know, until we started going to that church. I mean, you know, used to come out with us, stay out late. Yeah, never a bother. Even especially at the Christmas parties. Especially at the Christmas parties.
John, you don't understand. On the outside, I may have looked like I was having fun, but on the inside, I was lonely. I was depressed. I was looking for answers to my life. The real me was dead. Someone took the time to tell me that Jesus Christ died on the cross for my sin. And if I repented, if I turned from that sin and I turned to Jesus, He would come into my heart and make me a new person. I'd be able to make heaven my home.
Well, what is sin? I mean, it doesn't affect me.
Well, sin is like Mr. Spaulding's cavity. I mean, it starts small and nibble in the conscience. And then before we know it, it destroys us.
How dare you relate the importance of dentistry with your silly religious beliefs? Sorry, Coco.
But John, if you don't remove the sin from your life, just like we remove the decay from Mr. Spaulding's tooth, it will eat at your heart and ultimately destroy you. Sin brings death like decay destroys a tooth. It must be attended to immediately. You need to repent from your sin now, John, before it's too late. Sin has all the ingredients to destroy your soul.
Open wide, looks as though we've saved that tooth. Good job. I'll just let the nurse finish you off.
Let me help you.
Thank you, nurse. Nurse, I'm so grateful for saving my tooth, but what I really need is to save my heart.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. You know what? We can pray right now.
Huh?
Right now. Let's start with, God, I know I'm a sinner.
Yeah.